What's going on today, guys? Alright, so today we're going to be looking at the Knull Venom 2-pack, the King in Black 2-pack. I finally picked it up. I know it's been months since this thing came out, but I'm just now getting a hold of it. I finally picked it up because, honestly, it was on sale on Amazon, and we'll talk more about that towards the end when I discuss price, but I've got it here. We're going to crack it open, and we're going to see what we've got inside. I'm actually very curious to see what is inside this because of the fact that this box is very heavy. I weighed it. It actually weighs 1 pound 7 ounces, and to put that in perspective, I weighed 3 other figures still in box with accessories, with Build-A-Figure pieces, and 3 other figures only came up to about 1 pound 5 ounces, so still less than these 2 figures with some accessories and some wings. I did check to see if the box had been tampered with, and it doesn't look like the box has been tampered with. The tape that I've got everywhere here on the sides and even the tape on the top and stuff doesn't look bad. It looks factory. I don't know. We're gonna crack it open and see. Hopefully what is supposed to be inside here is what is in here, but if it is, it's just a very, very heavy set. So, all right, let's go ahead and crack it open and see what we've got inside. All right, so got everything out of the package, and everything that was supposed to be there was there, so 2 thumbs up for that. We'll go over accessories here real quick first. You get 2 of these wings here for Venom, and they're 2-piece wings. You have to kind of snap them together, and they can kind of move around a little bit, but you got to be careful because they will come apart, because there's a channel cut out right there, and if you move them too much, you can go about to there and then about to there, and that's really it. Otherwise it kind of pops out of the peg. But we do get both the wings for that. We do get extra hands here for Venom, just some nice little fisted hands there. We get the extra Venom head, just the nice toothy grin, which I actually like a little bit better than the one he's got on him, so I'll probably use that. Then of course for Knull, we also get the extra head. Again, I kind of like the more neutral look for Knull as opposed to the teeth. I don't know, we'll see which one I go with. And then of course we get Knull's sword, which looks really, really nice. They did a good job on this. I think they did a very, very good job on this. Looks great. Looks great. All right. Let's move all that stuff out of the way. As far as the figures themselves go, we'll go over Venom first. And Venom looks great. This is a great Venom figure. Very, very big, very chunky Venom figure. The only thing I noticed right off the bat is it's kind of a shame he doesn't have butterfly joints, but with his size and all that, I understand why they didn't do it. But sculpt looks amazing. Very well done there. Love the texturing and everything on there. Obviously, you know, not a lot of paint going on here other than the logo and some stuff on the face, but the logo looks nice and crisp. I don't see any issues with it there. Moving around to the back again, looks good. I'm not seeing any issues, even up under the joints there. He does have that waist joint there, that reverse ab crunch. You see even the bottom of the logo there is nice and crisp on both sides. So paint looks good, sculpt looks good. You know, as far as articulation and stuff goes, he's got the standard ball joint there for the head. You know, bicep swivels, thigh swivels, double jointed knees and elbows, which do have pins, which doesn't bother me. I know it bothers some people out there. You know, no cut at the ab or down at the waist, which is fine because of the reverse ab crunch and the kind of the dumbbell joint there up at the top. I'm not going to go into the full articulation on this as far as showing you guys what he can do. Standard Marvel Legends stuff, and he's got pretty much everything you would want. All in all, looks really, really good. Good looking figure. It's got good weight to it. It's nice. It's big. We'll do some comparisons here in a little bit with these two, just to kind of give you guys some scale there for other Marvel Legends and some other lines. But looks really, really good. I like that. That's a great Venom figure. I know a lot of people. One thing people have been complaining about with him is the feet and the fact that he has toes. You know, it's kind of a non-issue to me personally. I mean, yeah, it'd be cool if he had more traditional comic you know, feet as opposed to the toes, but with all the texturing and all the other stuff on there that you don't usually see in the comics, I'm okay with it. It doesn't bother me too much, so he looks pretty good. Knull looks fantastic because we do have an all-new sculpt here. It looks great. The armor on this thing looks amazing. Paint work is well done. We've got the texturing there on the legs. We've got the great work there on the boots. Everything looks great. We've got the wraps on the arms. The hands look great. You know, we've got everything just, I mean, it's just a great new sculpt for Marvel Legends, which is good. Of course, you would expect it to be for the price. Head sculpt looks good. I think they did a good job. The hair is kind of blown in the wind, which is kind of what bugs me about this. I don't like that look. They did the same thing with Sentinel. I kind of want more of a neutral look, which is partly why I think I like this head a little bit better. A little bit more neutral hair, neutral look to the face, that kind of thing. Sculpt and paint is on point with this guy. Look, there's not a lot of paint on here other than the logo and the wraps on his arms, but still done very, very well. He's a nice, big, tall figure. I like it. I dig it a lot. So, again, with the articulations, pretty much the same thing. You do have a little bit of restriction there in the legs. They do have some cuts here on the sides, but it still kind of restricts the opening there just a little bit. As far as the armor goes, you know, this moves up out of the way, so you're going to get good articulation there on the shoulders. Ab there, he's got this armor piece right here, which kind of basically keeps him from bending forward, but bending back, he does pretty damn good. So all in all, articulation is good. Venom's articulation is a little bit better, but I love the new sculpt that they went with for Knull. I think they did a fantastic job. So let's throw up some comparisons here and see how this guy stacks up. All right, so first up, we got to compare it to another Venom figure here. Of course, this is the classic kind of old school comic book, McFarlane-esque slash, you know, Eric Larson-esque style, early 90s Venom. Absolutely love this figure for its just perfect comic book look, and I think it more than holds its own as far as being a good figure between these two. But these two look great with him. Obviously, this is a much bigger version of Venom we're getting in this 2-pack, much more detailed, that kind of thing. Much more of a modern take on Venom as opposed to this older figure. But I still really love this older figure just because it's got that classic comic book look. All right, so of course we got to throw him up against Spider-Man, and of course this is the Spider-Man from the Renew Your Vows 2-pack, what many people say is the best Marvel Legends Spider-Man ever. I think it's pretty close. It's solid number 2 for me, but either way, fantastic Spider-Man. I love how small he feels compared to these two guys. That really makes them feel like a threat compared to Spider-Man, which is how they should feel. Works great. All right, so now we have my absolute favorite Venom ever. Of course, a Marvel Select Venom. Love this thing. Fantastic figure. Yes, not as good an articulation as these two Marvel Legends here, but I just love the way he looks. He's just a huge, monstrous, venomous figure. Love it, hands down. But I think this is a great lineup right here. I like the fact that even though this is a Marvel Select 7-inch scale figure, which honestly comes closer to 8 inches, especially with the heads on his back, that Knull is still taller than him, which tells you how big Knull is as a figure. He's a little over 8 inches tall total. Big, hulking figure, looks fantastic, even with this big Marvel Select size Venom. Yeah, this is a great setup. Alright, so just to show you guys what Venom looks like with his wings on and extended, I think it looks great. Does pose a problem as to where I'm going to put him on the shelf, but the wings do look absolutely fantastic on Venom. And I know they're not comic accurate, but they still look really good as far as how they work on this figure. Alright guys, so it's time to talk about price here, and this 2-pack retails for $72.99. $73, which puts it at right about $37 per figure. Okay, so the question is it worth it? Well, let's break this up a little bit. When it comes to Knull, $37, yes, I think it's worth it. And I know that's like deluxe prices and that kind of thing, but when I compare this to, let's say, a NECA figure, which sells in that $34 to $37 price range, and I look at this figure where we've got all new sculpt, great paint, new character we've never had before, it's done well, the sword looks awesome, yeah, I would pay as much for this as I would a NECA figure. Venom, on the other hand, is really just a repaint of the movie figure, and while it's done well, I don't think it's worth $37. I mean, honestly, it's just not. It's done well. I love the kind of black oil slick look. It's much more comic accurate. The logo's painted great. What is done on it is done well. You get the extra head, you get the hands, you get the wings. Worth $37? I don't think it is. It's cool, but I don't think it is. As a pack, I mean, maybe it's worth it to you. Look, I'm a Spider-Man simp. I admit that. If it has to do with Spider-Man, I'm probably going to buy it even if I know I'm overpaying for it. That's on me, but you have to make that decision for yourself. Look, it's kind of worth it and kind of not, depending on how you look at it. All right, that's basically how it breaks down. Now, to go into why I actually have this, well, it was on sale on Amazon with a $15 coupon. So I didn't pay $72.99 for this. I paid $58 for it, which knocks the figures down to, you know, roughly 29 bucks a piece. And at that price, yes, it absolutely is worth it. And that coupon's been bouncing on and off Amazon for a while, so you may get lucky and find this 2-pack on sale on Amazon with that $15 coupon. And at that price, hands down, yes, go get it if you don't already have it, okay? Because that is definitely worth it. Look, I'm glad I have the things. I will be honest, I wasn't going to pay the 73 bucks for this. I had been putting this off and putting this off because I didn't want to pay that price. Even as a Spider-Man simp, that seemed like a lot of money for what I was getting, and I still kind of feel that way. I would not have bought this had it not been for the Amazon coupon where I'm paying less than 30 bucks per figure. But I am still glad I have it. The Knull is awesome. The Venom is good. Still not better than the Marvel Select Venom. Still not better than the monster Venom, and honestly I still kind of like the old school comic McFarlane / Larson version of Venom, even though he's small compared to this guy. But look, it's still a good Venom figure. Fantastic Knull figure, good Venom figure. I'm glad to have him in my collection, glad to have him on the shelf, and if you decide that it's worth the price to you, I think you will enjoy them as well. Alright guys, that's it. As always, thanks for watching, and we will talk to you guys later.